Hi, in this section, we will be covering the current affairs topic from January 2022 to May 2023, topic by topic. So, if you see, we will be covering current affairs topic on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we will be having mains discussion topic on Tuesday as well as Thursday, and Saturday is a buffer day. For example, if I can't cover the topics on these days, I will be covering the classes on Saturday also, right? So here I will be teaching you these current affairs, but your duty is to revise. So the revision pattern is when I teach a topic today, you have to revise tomorrow. Then after 3 days, then after a week, then after a month, then finally you can revise for finally. It will be enough for the exams. Maximum I will be covering all the topics related to prelims. So you don't have to worry. If you study this document alone, maximum you can cover the prelims current affairs topic. In addition with the current affairs, we will be covering static portions also, right? So also students have to take a rough note on the main points of the topics that I am discussing so that it will be useful for your revision. Okay. So students who are located in Palakkad can attend the offline classes in my institution. It is located in Kalpati town and you have all types of transport facilities available there. We will be taking offline classes for UPC, CSC, Kerala PSC, KAS and as well as SSC examinations. Students can contact through this contact ID, right? So we are going to start. Uh, Also, yesterday we have discussed one mains topic and you can submit your answer through the mail ID which I have given in the previous slide. So if you submit your mains answer, I will evaluate your answer and send the feedback to a board. So you can see this is one of the answers written by our student. So I have given the feedback to the respective student. So you can also share your answers to my email ID. Now we are going to the topic. So the first topic is Hyderabad Declaration on E-Governance adopted. So as you can see, this is from the official website of Hyderabad government. So here you can see DARPG in association with MEITY. DARPG means Department of Administration, right? And MEITVM is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and the government of Telangana. So here both the central government as well as the Telangana government has conducted the section on e-governance, and Hyderabad declaration was unanimously passed. You have to see it was 24th National Conference. 24th National Conference has been conducted by TARPG in association with MEITY and Government of Telangana. So three associations have been involved in here. In the details, 24th National E-Governance Conference unanimously adopted by the Hyderabad Declaration. Conference was jointly held by MEITY, DARPG, Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, in collaboration with the Telangana government. So you have to understand that Hyderabad Declaration is for national e-governance. Tomorrow they may ask in prelims, Hyderabad Declaration is related to, you should answer that it is related to Hyderabad. Declaration is related to national e-governance, and 24th conference has been held this year. E-governance means, you can see the word, you have to break the word. E-governance means here there is word governance and E. E means use of technology. Governance means the way of governing people. So, use of technology for governance. E-governance is used for information and communication technology at all level of government to transform relations with the citizens, business and other arms of government. So you have to see, when we see a country, the first thing that comes into our mind is citizens, right? Citizens are the basic unit of a country. Then the citizens have to do some job in order to live their livelihood, and that is businesses. And government to government transactions, that is other arms of government. It has helped government to enhance coverage, increase transparency, improve response to citizens, and lower cost, and has facilitated citizens to better access and equity and social empowerment. So here, when e-governance is employed in the governance, you can see that it will enhance coverage, right? So from a single computer we can do all types of works, increase transparency. Here there will be no corruption, because when we go and pay in the office, maybe some officials will be asking for bribes, but here in e-governance they can't ask for bribes. So it will increase transparency, improve response to the citizens, and lower cost, right? There is no transport cost, you have to go to the office and pay the bills, but in the internet you can pay in the single click itself, and facilitate citizens to better access equity and social empowerment. So what are the advantages? Transform citizen services. What are the citizen services? For example, some of the citizen services are e-Aadhaar, sorry, uh, e-Aadhaar. Uh, so you can say ration, right? These are citizen services. So it will transform citizen services. Fast track implementation of national level public digital platforms. So for example, when the COVID came, they developed a platform known as COVID platform. So in order to track how much progress have been done in developing this COVID platform, we can have a fast track implementation using this e-governance technology. Foster responsible use of emerging technologies. So what are the emerging technologies? Emerging technologies are like 5G, right? And blockchain. These are emerging technologies. So these can be used in the e-governance. Robust technological solutions to withstand pandemic. COVID platform. Make digital the primary aspect of government service design and delivery. National e-governance and service delivery assessment to be collaborated in collaboration with MEITY. So there is already some e-governance initiatives. Broomi project, which is initiated in Karnataka for online delivery of land records, e-Seva, Gyandoot in Madhya Pradesh, Lokavani in Uttar Pradesh, and Friends in Kerala. So you can see fast, reliable, instant, efficient network for disbursement of services. Second declaration is Tirunananthapuram Declaration. This declaration is deals with the women empowerment. So the first women's legislators conference in Kerala concluded with the adoption of Tirunananthapuram Declaration. So you have to note down the point. This is first women's legislators conference. Okay, so in 2022 only we have held the first National Women Legislators Conference. For why is this declaration passed? The Tirunelveli Declaration laments the long pending women's reservation bill, that is 33% reservation for women in Lok Sabha as well as state legislatures, that is in national level as well as the state level. As we have seen, when we see in debates in the parliament or in the state legislatures, we can see that women legislatures are less in the parliament or in state legislatures. So here this bill asks for 33% of reservation for women in Lok Sabha as well as state legislatures. And another reason is there is lack of political empowerment, which is the main reason for India's poor performance, as well as on the global gender gap report published by the World Economic Forum, India has ranked 140 out of 156 countries. You can see here 140 out of 156 country. You have to note down the point that this report is published in January 2021. We will be having another report in January 2022 where India's rank will be changing. So I will be discussing the global gender gap report separately, right? So the third topic is Dharmashala Declaration. So the declaration, Dharmashala Declaration was adopted at the National Conference on Tourism. So first we have seen Hyderabad Declaration, which is related to e-governance. Then Thiruvananthapuram Declaration, which is on women's legislatures. Then third is Dharmashala Declaration, which is on tourism, which sets out long-term and short-term goals on the country in tourism sector. Why is this declaration important now? Because due to Corona, COVID, the tourism sector has been affected badly. So this sector gives a boost to the tourism sector. Key highlights of the declaration. Tourism sector to be recovered from pre-pandemic level by mid 2024. Achieve 250 billion contribution of tourism to the GDP by 2030. Make India a world leader with a revenue goal of 1 trillion by 2047. So from 1 250 billion in 2030 to 1 trillion by 2047. This is the goal of this Dharmashala declaration, and focus on sustainable and responsible tourism. Bring in necessary interventions including visa reforms, ease of travel, traveler friendly immigration facilities at airports, and openness to the international travel. So, according to when we look at the Indian tourism sector in deep, India is ranked 10th among 185 countries in terms of travel and tourism's total contribution to the GDP in 2019, contributing 6.8 percentage of GDP. 6.8 percentage of GDP is contributed from the tourism sector alone. And when we compare it with 185 countries, India ranks 10th. It is a labor intensive, right? You can see in tourism sector, you will see uh, you will get job in for drivers, cleaners, maintenance, hotel, and shop owners. So there is an intensive job opportunity for the Indian tourism sector. India's strength is India offers rich in historical, cultural, and geographical diversity, including World Heritage Sites, biogeographic zones, national parks, and beaches. But the challenges are infrastructure, security. Security, it is a biggest concern in the Indian security scenario itself. Impact on pandemic and negative annual growth foreign rate in foreign tourist arrivals in 2020 due to corona covid. Now the fourth topic is district good governance index has been released. So you have to break down the topic district good governance index. Usually they don't take this district good governance index for all the districts. So you have to understand that this topic is related to certain areas. For example, the affected areas or badly performing districts. Then, if we see the badly performing districts, it may be disturbed by some extremist elements. For example, Maoist or terrorist. So, if we concentrate on particular, it is related to Jammu and Kashmir terrorist. So, we have to understand district good governance index is related to Kashmir. It has been conducted by DARPG. We have earlier we have discussed about DARPG where in Hyderabad declaration. So the same department is conducting District Good Governance Index in partnership with the JNK administration launched DGGI for 20 districts in Jammu and Kashmir. Here Jammu district topped the list followed by Doda, Samba, Pulwama and Srinagar. Right? And DGGI has to help to identify various governance interventions at district level and provide futuristic roadmaps for improving district level governance with the targeted interventions. It provides a roadmap for similar benchmarking of governance at district level for all states as well as UTs. So next topic is Child Welfare Committee. So in each and every district there will be a Child Welfare Committee headed by the district collector. Here, government has amended some rules. Government has notified, not amended, government has notified in the rules that the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Amendment Model Rules 2025 to that the bar a person associated with organization receiving foreign funds to be part of CWC. So in Child Welfare Committee, there will be some association of members. Here, in this rule, government has notified in the Juvenile Justice Act amendment rules that a person who is in an organization receiving foreign funds will be barred from as a member in CWC. Did you understand the point? A person who is working in an organization which is receiving foreign funds will be barred for working in that CWC committee. CWC were established under Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015 for children in need of care and protection. They were constituted for every district or group or districts by state government for care and protection of children who are abused, exploited, abandoned, or orphaned. It consists of a chairperson and four other members, of whom at least one shall be woman and another an expert of child matters. So it consists of chairman and four other members. Out of four other members, one shall be woman and other shall be an expert on child matters. So the sixth topic is corruption perception index. So when we think of corruption, what we come in our mind is our government is not transparent, right? So if the systems are transparent, there will be no corruption. So the keyword for remembering corruption perception index is Transparency International. It is conducted by an organization known as Transparency International. This has been taken from the January 2022 data. Next year, January 2023, the data will change, and I will revise the ranking, right? So India ranks 85th among 180 countries with a score of 40. Here, India ranked 86th last year, but India's score has been improved by one rank. Reports say that India's score has remained stagnant over past decade. Some mechanisms that could help in rein corruption are weakening. The top countries which don't have corruptions are Denmark, New Zealand, and Finland. India index ranks countries by their perceived level of public sector corruption according to experts and business people. It uses a scale of 0, highly corrupt, to 100, very clean. So 0 is highly corrupt. This you have to understand. In certain perceptions, they will say that 0 is highly negative rate and 100 is uh, 0 is highly pure state and 100 is negative rate, but here it is different. So in corruption perception index, 0 means highly corrupt and 100 means highly clean, right? So, and India has scored 40 out of that score. So we will be seeing the next topic, Indo-Pacific Trilateral Development Cooperation Fund. Indo-Pacific Trilateral Development Cooperation Fund. So when we hear the word Indo-Pacific, the country that comes to our mind is United States, right? But here we should not think about United States. The concept is entirely different. Here, when the Australia, UK, and United States developed an organization known as AUKUS, France were left alone because France earlier had an agreement with the Australia to develop nuclear submarines, but due to the agreement of AUKUS, France was left alone. So France came up with the India and they developed a cooperative fund. It is known as Indo-Pacific Trilateral Development Cooperation Fund. France, along with India as well as Australia, has developed this fund because if you see here, it is Indo-Pacific Trilateral Development Cooperation Fund. So France has been competing with the United States in this regard. So France will be a member. And Indo means you have to remember that India is a member. And Pacific. So France is neither country of Pacific nor India is a country of Pacific. So there is one extra country also which is a member of India Pacific Trilateral Development. It is Australia. So key development of India France for Indo-Pacific region. Both countries have expressed their interest in receiving cooperation under India-France-Australia trilateral mechanism. As a part of this cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, both countries have agreed to work towards the establishment of Indo-Pacific Trilateral Development Cooperation Fund. This fund aims to support India-based innovators and startups in taking the innovations to the third countries particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. So this is for innovators and startups in taking up their innovations. So you have to understand that Indo-Pacific trilateral development. This development is for startups as well as India-based innovators, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. It will explore opportunities to undertake development projects under the framework of International Solar Alliance, which is headed by India, and its Star Sea project. The Star Sea project is under one of the subsidiary project of International Solar Alliance. Expansion of bilateral relations to new areas like blue economy and ocean governance. So you have to understand India Pacific Trilateral Development Cooperation Fund. The members are India, Australia, and France. It is for innovators as well as startups. It is used for International Solar Alliance and its Starseed project, also for blue economy as well as ocean governance. Right now, we are moving on to next topic. So, significance of Indo-Pacific for India and France. Trade and economy account for 62% of world GDP and contributes to 46% of world's merchandise. Enhance trade and investment cooperation by encouraging greater flow of goods, services, technology between India and other countries. Promote sustainable development through development of blue economy. 93% of France's exclusive economic zone is located in India and Pacific Oceans. Right? So you know that in the south of Indian Ocean there is one island of France. So 93 of France's economic exclusive zone is located in India and Pacific Oceans. Next data is open data week. So here the word data is coming. Then data means it is related to Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It is wrong. Here the open data week is related to MOHUA, means Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. You have to understand this. You have to make this point clear. So MOHUA launched this Open Data Week to encourage adoption of open data and promote innovation through India's urban ecosystem. Open data is a data that can be freely used, reused and redistributed by anyone. Here, all 100 smart cities will participate in Open Data Week, where high quality data sets and data blocks will be published on Smart Cities Open Data Portal. So, I will explain what is this. The event shows to show the benefits of open data, such as increased efficiency, transparency, spurring innovation, and economic growth. So, you know that a smart city means it will have innovation in different spheres. So, in smart city, when you have any improvement or any new type of technology or any new type of developments, these data will be saved in the MOHOA platform, so that this data can be used by any cities for their development purposes. This is the purpose of Open Data Week, and this has been hosted by MOHUA. Here the participants are 100 smart cities. 100 smart cities will save their data in MOHUA platform. This event is for open data such as increased efficiency. By using this data, other cities will increase their efficiency, transparency, spur and innovation as well as economic growth. So now we are moving on to next topic, financial intermediary fund. This fund has been developed or hosted by World Bank in support with WHO. Why is this FIF, Financial Intermediary Fund? This is for three purposes, which is said by a term PPR, means pandemic prevention, preparedness and response. These are the three important concepts in COVID, right? We have to prevent the pandemic, or we have to prepare ourselves for next pandemic, and what are the response for the pandemic. So PPR, this term you can use in mains exam. Pandemic prevention, preparedness and response has been established internationally with financial commitments from multiple countries including India. It has been hosted by World Bank and technical support from WHO. FIF will provide long-term financing to strengthen PPR capabilities in low and middle income countries, address critical gaps at national, regional, and global levels. Financial Intermediary Fund will help in strengthening PPR capacity in areas such as zoonotic diseases surveillance, which comes under preparedness, laboratories, which also come in pandemic prevention and preparedness, emergency communication, response, and critical health workforce capacities, right? It also comes under prevention and preparedness. So these terms, zoonotic disease surveillance, prevention, these terms have to be used in mains exam when there is any question related to COVID or um, financing of in the COVID times, right? Zoonotic disease surveillance, laboratories, emergency communication, critical health workforce capacities, etc. So the 10th topic is Revised Rural Area Development Plan Formulation and Implementation, RADPFI guidelines release. It has been released by, here you can see the word rural, right? The rural means it will be released by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. You don't have any doubt in this. So it is released by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. And RADPFI, here development plan, you have seen the word development plan. Development plans means developing spatial means which relates to space. So it is used to have a planned spatial development for overall integrated development of villages. Need for spatial planning, unplanned spatial development in grand panchayats, extended urbanization area, emergence of census towns, improve the quality of life and sustainable and gram panchayat. So here in spatial development, there is one policy already issued by government. So with the emergence of technologies, government has reissued or again released the guidelines regarding RAD-PFI. It has been released by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Need for spatial planning is unplanned spatial development in Gram Panchayats. So, and we know that India is a developing country. So, our government is promoting more economical platforms. For example, India is promoting more industries in rural areas. So here in a village there is many unutilized spaces. So using this new guidelines, we can estimate where there is unutilized spaces and we can use these spaces for useful purposes. And extended urbanization area where when you study the optional geographical subject, you will know that uh, in certain area there will be a threshold area where urban area and the rural area will be mixed. So you can understand this is an extended urbanization area. Emergence of census town, improve the quality of life and sustainability of gram panchayats. Integration of reforms, Swamitwa means land surveying using drone technologies. Rural means I have said earlier, mix of rural as well as urban areas. New change in state acts and amendments, re-emphasis on disaster, climate change, resilience course, etc. So we can use these guidelines for studying about disaster, climate change, and make changes accordingly. Need to be linked to agroclimatic regions, zones linked to SDGs. So new guideline 2021 is focused on spatial development plan, as we have already discussed, focus on typology of villages, that is population, agroclimatic zone, hill areas, disasters occurrence, etc. Village town planning scheme through community based on collaborative planning, linking 15th Finance Commission with the State Commission with respect to village level planning, integrating or consolidation of Gram Panchayat development with urban clusters, block panchayat as per 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act and Gram Panchayat Development Plan. Improving of e-governance through spatial data infrastructure, use of Swarm and other digital tools for Abadi area linking to land records, planning for environmental benefit and disaster preparedness. So I hope you understood today's videos. Today we have discussed a topic, a total of 10 videos, right? So this 10 videos is not enough. I will be gradually increasing the number of topics in a video slowly, so that we have to cover the topics before May 2023 prelims examinations. And if you have any doubt, you can comment it in the comment box, or you can send me a mail, or you can also use your WhatsApp number that was present in the video starting, and send your doubts to that